Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Reviews to Go. My name is Henry, and today we're going to talk about Ben-Hur. Now, this movie is a remake of 5 other remakes that we've already seen, well, or heard of at least. The most notable remake of this movie is the Charlton Heston movie that we're all familiar with. I don't even know if you knew that there were some miniseries, there was another TV series, there was another, like a short film of the Ben-Hur back in like the early 1900s. Seriously, this movie has been done many times. This is the 6th version of Ben-Hur. I enjoyed the movie, if it didn't give it away from my enthusiasm of the movie. I want to be able to give you the good, the bad, and then my final thoughts. So Ben-Hur, directed by Timur Bekmambetov. I just said that. You probably know him from Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and the movie Wanted with Angelina Jolie. These are 2 movies that I think that's the style of movie that he likes. So when I heard that he was directing Ben-Hur, I was a little surprised. I don't know, a little left field for him, I guess. Surprising enough, I enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed his style of what he did with the movie. I loved the directing. His visuals were great. I thought the CGI work that they did in the movie to show us some of the things that happened worked out awesome. The acting, because it's a slower movie. I mean, this is a drama. If you know the story of Ben-Hur, it is a drama, so the acting really helped make this movie more enjoyable to me. And let me get to that part because, man, Jack Huston, who plays Judah Ben-Hur, and then Toby Kebbell, he plays the orphan Roman brother that gets adopted into Ben-Hur's family. Toby Kebbell and Jack Huston did an amazing job. They were very believable as brothers. Their characters were just, I enjoyed seeing them together, and I cared about their ups and downs. This is what we see. This is a story of their relationship and how basically it starts off from them being, tight blood brothers, even though they're not, to being enemies. Now, Jack Huston, Ben-Hur, he plays the good, loving brother, wants to help and love everybody because he believes that there's good in everyone. Toby's a conflicted in the things that he wants to do with his life, or if he belongs here or not, and he feels like he has to go out into the world and kind of discover himself, I guess. And so he goes out and joins the Roman army, and then we get them back together years later, and this is where that conflict starts. And I got to tell you, their relationship is what helped me get through this movie, because I wasn't looking forward to the movie, but I was sitting there the whole time going, man, what's going to happen next? This is great. The acting, I can't speak enough about the acting. It was just a good time. Everybody else too, the Ben-Hur's wife, his mother, his sister, all the other supporting cast members just did a perfect job doing their parts that made this movie enjoyable. So the direction and the acting really made the movie for me, and I really enjoyed it. Some of the negative things of the movie, it is a little slow. But I gotta say, it's a very minor negative for me because of everything else that was happening. It made that time go by fast, so I was totally fine with this. Morgan Freeman, his part was fine. It did not take me out of the movie. The only negative I'm gonna give him there is he didn't try getting an accent that fits his role. He plays an African. They actually call him the African in the movie. But it didn't take me out. He did such a good job with his part that it worked, and it worked out fine, and I ended up continuing on the movie, enjoying it. So that's a minor negative. The other negative, obviously, some parts are going to be a little slow, but they were needed, and again, they all worked out in the end. I think you're going to get divided at the very end. We're going to get to see a group of people go this way and another this way. What I mean by that is you're going to love it and you're going to hate it. I hope that doesn't, for those of you that hate it, I hope that doesn't make you hate the rest of the movie. That's like the one thing, oh man, I love it up until then and now I just hate this movie. You'll enjoy it up until then, and that's where we're going to get that fork in the road. I think this is where the critics are. This is why if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, you'll see a very low score for this movie, and I really think it's because of the end. I might be wrong. Maybe there were other things they saw that they didn't like. I honestly think once we get to the end, that ruins it for some people. Don't worry about what the critics are saying. I think you should go and make up your mind. I was not looking forward to it. I definitely did not listen to the critics, and I came out enjoying this movie, and it was a different movie than I thought it was, and I'm so glad I did get to watch it. That's my final thoughts on that. If you like my reviews, please give me a thumbs up. I like to know if I'm doing a good job. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. I love getting new people that I can share my thoughts about movies that I'm seeing, or you might want to give me some suggestions. Again, my name is Henry with Movie Reviews to Go, and I hope that you're watching movies because I know I am.